Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto Odyssey. I'm Jason and today we're diving into a long-term macro view of XRP using one of my favorite tools, the Logarithmic Growth Curves, also known as rainbow bands. This chart spans over a decade of XRP's price history and gives us a really powerful look as to where we are and potentially where we're going. So what exactly are we looking at here? These rainbow colored bands represent price zones based on logarithmic regression curves. Each band reflects a different level of historical value, fair pricing, and market euphoria. Typically, XRP cycles between the lower bands during accumulation and touches the upper red and green zones during bull market tops. Now let's zoom out and take a look at how XRP has respected these levels over time. So if we look at the 2013 bull market, we can see that XRP hits the red band, signaling a major blow off top. We then see the market reset, and where do we find support? We find support on our lower purple band, which is now setting off a period of accumulation before we essentially start the next bull market. Now you can see how it respects the bands here, because ultimately we had a retest of this orange band, which was a dead cat bounce, and then we came back into accumulation. Looking at 2017. Now 2017 was really the big bull market that XRP experienced. Unfortunately, I came into the crypto market pretty much the end of 2017, early 2018 in January. So I was around this point, right at the top of XRP, and I've been accumulating since. If we look at the 2017 bull market, we can see that price rocketed into the red band on 3 occasions. It occurred on the 3rd of April 2017, on the 15th of May 2017, and then the final blow off top was on the 1st of January 2018. During that, we saw consolidation between the red band and the orange band, and we saw that price was respecting these levels. Ultimately, what happened after the bull market top of January 2018 was that price retraced to the white line, had a retest, and then entered the accumulation phase, of which was an extensive period of time, roughly 938 days. Okay, before we saw XRP shoot off in its 2021 bull market. The 2021 bull market was different. Unfortunately, XRP was hit with a lawsuit during this period, which set it back significantly and ultimately prevented it from reaching an all-time high. That's why the market did not reach our upper red bands. It was a smaller cycle top, but it nonetheless respected the bands. We can see that we had a high here at 0.8 roughly on this orange band before retracing back down and then ultimately reaching the green zone. So we did not reach the red upper band at this time. What occurred after that was the same thing, where we had a move down, retest, and then the market again started with its accumulation phase. The same thing occurred back here. We had a move down, retest, and then again with its accumulation phase. Okay, same thing here. We had a move down, retest, and entered our accumulation phase. So we are seeing these patterns re-emerge time and time again. History does not necessarily repeat, but it often rhymes. And we're seeing that on a macro view in this XRP chart. Let's have a look at 2025 and see where we are currently. We've just exited out of this accumulation zone, which is marked by this period here, which was quite an extensive period, roughly 899 days, around 900 days or so. Let's have a look where we are currently. So we actually reached this green zone here, which was not our ultimate high. We had 2 tests of this. We had a test in December and we also had a test in January, and then price retraced. Where did price retrace to? That is the question. Well, the price retraced to this white band here. And so there is a chance that this could be a point of support, thus signifying that we are going to move upwards. This current bull market is not going to be the same as the previous one because of the macro events that are occurring on a global level. Right now we're seeing a risk on market. We've also got a completely different regulatory climate for XRP. XRP during its 2020 bull run experienced a lawsuit thrown at its face. What we're seeing in this bull market is the wrapping up of this SEC lawsuit, which could provide the fuel for this move upwards to reach either the green or the red zones. Now, the green band is currently sitting at $4.6 roughly, and the red band is around $9. And this is actually sloped to the upside. So these bands are going to be increasing over time. It's not to say that XRP can't overshoot as it did in its previous bull market in 2017, where it overshot not just once, but twice. If we are to see that occur again, then we're looking at price targets of around that $11, $12, $13, $14, $15 range, which would be a massive move, roughly around 500%, which mirrors what we previously saw here, which was around 500%. Now, I'm not saying XRP is guaranteed to hit those levels, but if this cycle plays out anything like the previous ones and the bands continue to hold true, those zones are in play. Let's not forget how powerful these lower bands have been as accumulation zones. In 2014, 2017, and 2020, when price dipped into the blue and magenta zones, people were fearful, but those were the best long-term opportunities. If you were patient and picked up XRP near those levels, you'd be up massively today. And let's not forget the fundamentals. XRP has regulatory clarity now. Ripple has 300 global partners, ODL expanding, and CBDC trials underway. Whales have been accumulating heavily according to on-chain data. So what we're seeing on this chart isn't just some visual magic, it's technicals lining up with fundamentals. That's the kind of signal long-term investors look for. To wrap this up, this chart tells a powerful story. A story of cycle zones and probabilities. XRP is climbing back into the same zones it always has before a macro move. Whether it's $3, $5, or $7, $10, $15, we'll let the market decide, but one thing's clear, we're not at the top yet. If you found this breakdown helpful, drop a like, leave a comment with your XRP price target for this cycle, and don't forget to subscribe to Crypto Odyssey for more macro chart breakdowns just like this. Until next time, peace out and stay patient.